Supreme Court sacks Rivers local government chairman. Hello viewers and welcome to InfoGist TV. The local government elections conducted on the 5th of October 2024 by the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission has been declared invalid by the Supreme Court. In a judgment delivered by Justice Jamilu Toko, the court declared the election invalid for grossly violating the Electoral Act. Reading the judgment, Justice Toko said the action of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission is declared void for lack of substantial compliance to the Electoral Act and guidelines as the electoral body continued voter registration even after announcing an election date. The court held that processes leading to the conduct of a local government election were breached in a clear violation of Section 150 of the Electoral Act. The Supreme Court, in another judgment on Friday, barred the Central Bank of Nigeria, the Accountant General of the Federation, and other agencies from releasing funds to the government of Rivers State until it purges itself of what the court describes as flagrant disobedience to court orders. In a 1 hour 36-minute judgment delivered by Justice Emmanuel Akamaye, the 5-man panel of the court unanimously dismissed the cross-appeal filed by Governor Similaye Fubara challenging the validity of the House of Assembly presided over by Martin Samehule as the Speaker. In dismissing Governor Fubara's appeal, the court ordered Martin Samehule to resume sitting immediately with other electoral members of the Rivers State House of Assembly. The court held that it is an aberration for Governor Fubara to have purportedly presented an appropriation bill before a 4-man House of Assembly, thereby denying 28 constituencies of effective representation in flagrant violation of a court order mandating him, Fubara, to represent the 2024 appropriation bill before a validly constituted assembly led by Amehule. The Apex Court further held that the actions of Governor Fubara over the alleged defection of 28 members of the Rivers State Assembly is an act of brigandage and dictatorship aimed at preventing the House from performing its legitimate functions under the speakership of Amehule. The court also held that the demolition of the Rivers State House of Assembly complex by Governor Fubara is an act of indiscipline bordering on the excessive use of the executive might to frustrate the sittings of the Assembly led by Amehule. Meanwhile, the Rivers State Governor Similaye Fubara has acknowledged the Supreme Court ruling affirming Right Honorable Martins Amehule and 26 others as valid members of the Rivers State House of Assembly. In a statement issued by the State Commissioner for Information on Friday, Joe Johnson Fubara said his administration is reviewing the implications of the judgment, particularly regarding state funds and local government administrations. At this time, we are awaiting a detailed briefing on the implications of the judgment. We will carefully evaluate the situation and determine the next steps to take in the best interest of Rivers State and its people, the statements read. While the governor acknowledged that the Supreme Court's decision effectively reinstates the 27 lawmakers, he maintained that the core issue of their defection, which led to their disputed status, was not addressed by the Apex Court, as it remains pending before the Federal High Court in Port Harcourt. Since the issue of defection wasn't on the table before the learned justices, in their eyes, Amehule and the 26 others are still operating as lawmakers until the matter comes before them, the statement said. Governor Fubara assured the people of Rivers State that his administration remains committed to protecting the best interests of the state and upholding the rule of law in all matters. He urged residents to remain calm and law-abiding as the governor seeks further legal clarity on the ruling and its broader implications. On the other hand, the Supreme Court is set to deliver judgment on the 5 appeals before it bordering on crisis rocking the Rivers State House of Assembly. After hearing the appeals on the defection of the 27 lawmakers of the Assembly, the Apex Court had reserved judgment to a date to be communicated to the parties. Governor Similaye Fubara is among other issues challenging the legality of the Martins Amehule as the Speaker of Rivers State House of Assembly, having allegedly defected to the All Progressive Congress APC along with 27 other members of the House. The Supreme Court, led by Justice Owani Abaji, had at least at the last sitting dismissed the appeal filed by Governor Fubara of Rivers State challenging the legality of representing the 2024 budget of the state before the leadership of the State House of Assembly, led by Amehule as the Speaker. The dismissal occurred after Governor Fubara's lawyer Yusuf Ali withdrew the suit, stating that the appeal had become irrelevant. Meanwhile, Governor Similaye Fubara of Rivers State has expressed doubts about the neutrality of the Independent National Electoral Commission under the leadership of Professor Muhammadu Yakubu, citing the Commission's failure to enforce constitutional provisions on political defections. Fubara criticized INEC for selectively enforcing the constitutional requirement that lawmakers who defect from the party on whose platform they were elected should lose their seats. He raised this concern as a special guest speaker at the 6th Annual Freedom Online lecture tagged Nigerian Socio-Political Challenges, whose fault the leaders all delayed. The event took place at the Sheraton Hotel in Lagos. The Independent National Electoral Commission has failed to uphold the law concerning political defections. According to the Constitution, lawmakers who defect from the party on whose platform they were elected should lose their seats. However, INEC has been selective in enforcing this rule, raising questions about its neutrality. When institutions fail to do the needful, the rule of law is weakened and democracy suffers. Fubara stated through his representative, former River State Deputy Governor Tele Kuro. Fubara's comment comes against the backdrop of controversy on the status of the 27 lawmakers in River State House of Assembly who defected from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress (APC). Meanwhile, INEC in its response replied Fubara over allegations of bias in filing vacant legislative seats. The Independent National Electoral Commission has denied allegations of selective conduct of elections to fill vacancies resulting from defections by 7 lawmakers. The Chief Press Secretary to the INEC, Rotimi Onyekami, made the clarification in a statement on Friday in Abuja responding to claims made by Governor Similayo Fubara of River State. Mr. Onyekami noted that no specific instances of selective actions were provided by the governor. However, Mr. Fubara's statement specifically accused the commission of failing to fill vacancies due to the ongoing crisis in River State House of Assembly, where 2 factions were fighting for control. Mr. Onyekami acknowledged the situation in Rivers, but emphasized that the matter was sub judice, with cases pending in court, including at the Supreme Court. He explained that INEC could not act until the final judicial decision was made to avoid any actions that might be deemed invalid or wasteful of public resources. Mr. Onyekami also urged public officials to exercise caution in their statements to prevent misleading the public and undermining public institutions, especially when legal matters were still under judicial consideration.